What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of news about Diablo 4. I don't want to say this is a new series because pretty much all I'm about to be doing is giving out news that's happening in the ARPG world. Maybe a little bit of other stuff sprinkled in there, who knows, but I'm going to try to make this a daily thing, so let's see if I can actually stick to that. And now today I just really have some news about Diablo 4 that I really wanted to talk about, which is pretty much what gave me the inspiration to even start doing these in the first place, because I have a lot to say about this. I am pretty annoyed with Blizzard right now, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So Blizzard has disabled Twilight Warding and Decay Augmentation witchcraft powers in Diablo 4 for the time being, as they were causing a little bit more chaos than intended. While including these powers were meant to make players feel more powerful, it seems that two specifically were a bit overtuned. And I wish I could say that that was true, but the real truth is at least 3 or 4 of them have been overtuned. So I don't know where this person, whoever did this story, is getting their information from, but I can clearly tell that they haven't really been playing this season, because there was already a different witchcraft power that had been disabled, which was Hex of Whispers. For a long time there, maybe it's not fair that I say a long time, it was like 3 days. We couldn't actually purchase it, or when we did, we couldn't actually equip it. Well, now that is going on with Twilight Warding and Decay Augmentation. Now, Blizzard went ahead and went onto the forums to actually tell us all this, and my very first question easily has to be, Blizzard, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, why do you only ever put this news on your forums? What would be so hard about putting this onto the front page of the Battle.net launcher? Why do you guys keep doing this? Instead of communicating with people and actually letting them know, hey, look, this is what's going on, you just put it on a forum somewhere. Now, I know that people might think, oh, it's all good because we're putting it on a forum. Bro, forums are a thing of the past. Sure, there might be some people that still enjoy it, but how many people really go to forums anymore? I mean, seriously, I know there's going to be somebody in the comments that's like, dude, I go to forums every day and I love them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to be 100%, I really don't think a lot of people are really doing that anymore, and nobody really cares about forums. So for the love of God, dude, just put it on the Battle.net launcher so that we know these things are going on. Because what's going on now is you have people that are trying to equip these powers, or they already have them equipped, and they're no longer working, and either A, they don't even know that they're not working, or B, they turn around and buy it, and then they're sitting there wondering why they can't equip it, so they try to buy it again. What? And Diablo 4 right now really needs help, man. Blizzard, your game is dying. You really need help. And I don't know what it is with these guys, but it feels like they just don't listen, right? Doesn't it? Is it just me? I mean, come on, what are you doing? What are the PTRs for, if not to find and fix these things? Why even have a PTR if you're not gonna fix these things before the season goes live? No, but instead of doing that, you let us go and play for, what is it now, like 13 days, 14 days or something like that. And then you just gradually take stuff away from us. It's not a good feeling, and it's not a good look. Like, straight up, Blizzard, it just makes you look incompetent. But anyways, also in that forum post, they advise that people just don't purchase them. But again, how many people are in that forum to even know that? How many people don't actually care about this stuff and are not looking into the news for the game and are just sitting around wondering what the hell is going on? And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you guys say in a campfire chat that you were going to go out there and actually start communicating with the people more, and that you were listening, and that you wanted to help us, and that you wanted to fix the game, and blah, 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 blah? Was that a bunch of BS? Anyways, they said that they're aiming to get it fixed within the next week, but then in the same breath, they literally said that it might not be plausible for them to actually fix this until the next patch, which is 2.1.1, which could be anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks from now. So you expect people to deal with this for the next 3 weeks and still be interested in playing your season? Does that even make sense? Does that even make logical sense? Just don't do anything about it right now. Just let them use it for now and fix it later. What's so hard about that? Or God forbid the players have fun and be able to actually use a build that is incredibly powerful. So I guess the bug with Decay Augmentation was actually allowing players to deal like trillions of damage once they equipped it, which created a major imbalance in terms of power base between classes. Spiritborn mains used this witchcraft power to their advantage while the power was still active, clearing pit 150 with extreme ease. Oh boy. Okay, so I got some stuff to say about that right there. First off, the Spiritborn has been broken ever since the day it was introduced into the game. Period. Straight up broken. Nobody seemed to care then. Second off, they keep saying that they want to make the balance between the characters fair, and that they want to make it so that it's, they're comparable to each other. But there's a huge issue with that, in my opinion. The issue with that is they're the ones that keep breaking their own characters. What I mean by this, about 2 seasons ago, the minion build for the Necromancer was probably one of the best builds in the entire game. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was S tier for season 5. Don't quote me on that, it might have been 6, but I'm pretty sure, no, it wasn't 6, it had to have been 5, maybe 4. Not exactly sure. But point in case being, what did they do when they finally got the Necromancer up and running? They turned around and they nerfed him into the ground. That's what they did. That's what they did. Bro, it was working 2 seasons ago. Just don't do that. What is so hard about just not messing with it? And then the Barbarian for this season is supposed to be one of the best classes in the game. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not saying I do. But my issue is, I guess, the unique that they put out this season to make the Barbarian have a build that could at least compete with most of the high tier builds in endgame and in pit pushing was broke, was not functioning properly. And again, why do you have a PTR if you're not going to fix these things in the PTR? And don't sit there and tell me, oh, there's not that many people that are playing in the PTR and yada yada, they can't find everything. Dude, I guarantee you the people in the PTR are the most hardcore of the most hardcore. A lot of them have their own effing YouTube channels. And if they don't have an effing YouTube channel, then they are legit hardcore AF. And all they do is play Diablo because they're a degenerate gamer. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I was a degenerate gamer, and I guess in a sense I am still today. But the point being is there's no way in hell you can tell me that none of those people, none of the best, could have figured out these issues before the season started. In fact, I've seen videos from content creators where they're like, oh yeah, I noticed this in the PTR. Don't know why it's still there. And I completely agree. Why the hell is it still there? Why the hell is it still there? You know why? Laziness. That's why. And then off on a little side rant really quick, what is wrong about wanting to have a powerful character in Diablo? Can someone please explain this to me? Okay, it was clearing pit tier 150 with extreme ease. Who cares? Isn't that what these games are about? A power fantasy? They're about finding a build that actually is so good that you can go in there and just destroy everything. Isn't that why we're grinding for these mythics? Isn't that why we're grinding endgame? So that we can make a character that is godlike and feel good about it? So why are we nerfing that? Why are we nerfing that? You should be happy that people have found these builds. You should be happy that people are having fun. But it just seems like more and more you're not really happy about that. And why? Because it feels like we have this vocal minority. Or, oh, we want the game to be harder. Oh, we don't like the fact that the sorceress has a broken class. Man, again, who cares, dude? That's what these are for. Bro, it doesn't matter how many times they buff or nerf something. We are gamers. And you know what's going to happen? We're going to find a way. Period. No matter what they do, we're going to find a way. Because that's what gamers do. We find a way. Look at speedrunning, man. Look at how many games we can beat in like 5 minutes. You know why? Because we found a way. So this is pretty dumb. And I'm sick and tired of them doing this. And you know why I'm tired of it? Most of all, is it's ruining my enjoyment for the game. How many of you out there start a new season and think to yourself, wow, man, my character's badass. I wonder how long it's going to take before they actually nerf it into the ground and I can't play it anymore. You want to know why a lot of people are just straight up leaving the game? Other than the fact that it's like strictly casual based now. It's because they start playing in a season and then 2 weeks later, they're hella weak. Because they want to nerf something, or because they F something up, or because they're literally breaking their own servers because the Spiritborn puts out so much projectile spam that the game server literally can't handle it. How is that even a thing to begin with? But continuing along here, it seems Necromancer players, they've noticed an issue with the Ring of Mendelin and its interactions with minion builds, I suppose, which will be getting a fix, they're saying, in 2.1.2. Now, I know right off the bat, a lot of people won't understand what that actually means. And I hate to stop in this instance and try to break it down for you, but I feel like for you to understand why I'm frustrated, I kind of have to. So, do you remember what they said earlier? That they were going to try to fix those witchcraft powers in 2.1.1? And that might be like 3 or 4 weeks away? Okay, when did they just say that they were going to try to fix this ring? and 2.1.2. Okay, so even further away is when they're going to actually fix this. Number one, I don't think it even needs to be fixed to begin with. And number two, why are you even like saying, oh yeah, by the way, we're going to fix this one thing in two more patches. Two more patches. So you guys can fix your witchcraft powers right away, but you can't fix what you've done to the necromancer build for weeks or months. And not only that, but they actually also announced that they were going to fix the Mantle of Mountain's Fury next season. Okay, you're gonna wait till next season to fix that, but you could fix these other things either a month away or 2 weeks away. What the hell are you guys prioritizing right now? Because it honestly feels counterintuitive to what you should be prioritizing, which is fun. Like, fun. Why aren't you prioritizing fun? No, instead of doing that, you're prioritizing actually listening to this vocal minority that thinks every single game should be hella hard and nerfing everything into the ground. What's gonna happen when, you know what, man? You know what, bro? Just redo the whole game and call it Path of Exile 2. For real. Just redo the whole game. Just delete Diablo 4 and install Path of Exile 2. That's all you need to do if that's what you want in a video game, which is totally fine. I'm not talking crap about that. I'm just saying there needs to be different genres here. And I'm not saying different genres of ARPGs. I'm saying like, yeah, okay, this game's Elden Ring. Some people don't want to play Elden Ring. Some people want to play Mario. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Gauntlet, I guess would be a better example. Can you really tell me that Gauntlet is harder than Elden Ring? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Now, I'm not sitting here being like, oh, hey, make sure the game is super, super easy for all the noobs and things like that. But what I am saying is a lot of people only have like 2 hours to play. If you want to be powerful in Path of Exile 2, you better be ready to just quit your job and start collecting SSI, because that's what you're going to need to do if you actually expect to become powerful in Path of Exile 2. Good luck trying to do that on playing an hour a day. Let me know how that goes for you. I will see you in about 2 years when you finally become powerful. But for the love of God, you guys are trying to compete with Path of Exile 2, and you can't do it because they're not the same game. They're just straight up not the same game. I don't care what anyone says. It's too late, Blizzard. It's too late. It's too late for you to fix this game and turn it into PoE 2. Period. I don't know what to tell you, man. If you guys wanted a game like that, you should have done it from the get-go, but you didn't. You created this game, which is fine, and I still enjoy it, but stop nerfing every single thing that I do. Every single time I find a build that I like, what do? You nerf it into oblivion, and I hate it, man. It's completely ruined my love for this game, and to be quite frank, this right here is why I play Diablo 2 Reimagined way more than I play Diablo 4. And then if you scroll down more of this little news story, they even say something funny here, which is actually very true, which is, while Diablo 4 fans are no strangers to bugs, yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, you're right. Every single thing is bugged, right? Everything gets bugged all the time. Like extremely powerful builds being exploited and patches galore. That's what this game is, right? Patches galore. Patch everything. But then it also goes on to say, oh, well, it seems like Blizzard actually took action rather quickly to fix these witchcraft powers. They shouldn't have been broken in the first place, man. They shouldn't have been broken in the first place. This is not a quick response at all. You want a quick response? I'll give you a quick response. Do a PTR and then fix the bugs before the season starts. And if you can't get it fixed, if you make it live, then just let us enjoy the effing game, man. Like, stop with this crap. Do you realize that every single time that there is a new patch, basically almost all of the builds on Max Roll or whatever website you're using become almost worthless? They have to be re-edited every single time. Does Blizzard even realize that they're not just doing more work for their own company, but they are literally adding on more work to its gamers? And let me ask you something. Do you play games to escape reality? Do you play games to not have to worry about being at work? When I play Diablo 4 now, you know what it feels like to me? It feels like work. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm at work. And if I wanted to feel like I was at work, I would go to work. Because that's why it's called work. Duh, Blizzard. Fucking morons. You know, I mean, one of these is just straight up a 30% barrier to your HP. I don't see how that adds a damage multiplier. How does that add a damage multiplier? Can someone explain this to me? Having a boost on your barrier somehow adds a damage multiplier. And they didn't know that. They didn't have the foresight to realize that that was going to happen. Okay, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I might be able to see one way. And there are some aspects that you can get that where you can do more damage, you know, dependent upon how much life you have. And sometimes a barrier generation thing can be going on there. But the fact is it shouldn't have even been in there in the first place. Man, I guarantee you there's a lot of people that were having a lot of fun playing this season. And then what did you do? You just turn around and took a dump on every single one of them, Blizzard. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And I know you think you're trying to help everybody, but you're going to freaking do this to everybody, and you are losing players at an exponential rate because you just don't care. So instead of testing things properly, you have to literally completely remove it and disable stuff in the season itself. Bro, man, this live season is literally a PTR. How are we still in beta with Diablo? How is Diablo 4 still in beta over a year since its release? Anyways, thanks for listening to the rant if you did. Sorry, I just had to go off and get my feelings out about this because I'm getting pretty sick and tired of this, and I'm like at least this close, right? Probably closer, but at least that close to just being like, you know what, man, F Diablo 4. I'm just gonna stick strictly to Diablo 2 and wait for Path of Exile 2 to be a full release, because there are issues with that game as well, although I do like it a lot and I would probably play it over D4. I still do feel like I'm sitting back and waiting for that game to be finished too, because currently the sorceress does less ice damage than a monk in Path of Exile 2, and I don't understand that. I don't understand why all these games don't want sorceresses to be sorceresses. They're fucking sorceresses. Let them do what they do. Let them be powerful. This is what we want. This is what we want, man. We want to have fun. Anyways, I think that's enough. Take it easy, guys. See you tomorrow. Late.